From the mighty Scarab beetles of Egypt to the mystical fireflies in Asian folklore, insects have crawled their way into mythology, shaping cultures and beliefs for centuries. But did you know that some of these insects were once considered gods, messengers, or even symbols of rebirth? Stay tuned, because today we're exploring the fascinating world of insect mythology. Oh, and here's something fun. There will be trivia questions at the end. So, pay close attention and see if you can answer them correctly. One of the most revered insects in ancient Egyptian mythology was the scarab beetle, a small but powerful symbol of rebirth and protection. The ancient Egyptians were fascinated by the way the scarab beetle rolled balls of dung across the sand, eventually burying them underground. What seemed like a simple act of nature held deep spiritual meaning for them. When baby beetles hatched from these underground spheres, it was as if life had emerged from nothingness. To the Egyptians, this mirrored the daily cycle of the sun, which rose in the morning, journeyed across the sky, and then disappeared into the underworld at night, only to be reborn the next day. Because of this, the scarab beetle became linked to Khepri, the god of the rising sun, who was often depicted as a man with a scarab for a head. Scarabs weren't just seen in religious artwork, they were also used as protective amulets, placed in tombs to ensure a safe passage to the afterlife. Some were even inscribed with prayers and magical spells, believed to grant the deceased a smooth journey into eternity. For the ancient Egyptians, the scarab beetle wasn't just an insect, it was a symbol of the never-ending cycle of life, death, and rebirth, reminding them that life always finds a way to begin anew. The butterfly is often seen as a gentle, beautiful creature, but in mythology, it held much deeper meaning. In ancient Greece, butterflies were not just admired for their grace, they were closely associated with the human soul itself. In fact, the Greek word psyche means both soul and butterfly. According to legend, the goddess Psyche, whose name quite literally means soul, went through great trials before finally achieving immortality. She was often depicted with butterfly wings, symbolizing her transformation and spiritual growth. Meanwhile, in Aztec mythology, butterflies were believed to be the spirits of the dead, returning to visit their loved ones. The monarch butterfly, which migrates in large numbers every year, was especially significant, as it was thought to carry the souls of fallen warriors and departed ancestors. During the annual Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead celebration, butterflies are still seen as a symbol of remembrance, reminding us that the spirits of our loved ones are always near. In both Greek and Aztec traditions, the butterfly was more than just an insect. It was a symbol of the soul's journey, transformation, and the idea that life continues even after death. Fireflies have always captured human imagination with their soft, glowing light, flickering in the darkness like tiny lanterns. In Japanese folklore, these glowing insects are called hotaru, and they are believed to be the souls of warriors who died in battle. Many stories tell of fireflies appearing on misty summer nights, as if guiding the lost spirits home. In the Philippines, fireflies are also linked to the supernatural. Some myths say they are the wandering spirits of ancestors, carrying messages between the living and the dead. Others believe that capturing a firefly and whispering a wish to it can make that wish come true. But be careful. Hurting a firefly is said to bring bad luck. Across these cultures, fireflies symbolize something more than just insects with glowing bodies. They are seen as messengers, guiding lost souls and bringing light to the darkness. Spiders have long been associated with destiny, patience, and creativity. One of the most famous stories comes from Greek mythology, where a young woman named Arachne was said to be the most skilled weaver in the world. She was so talented that she challenged the goddess Athena to a weaving contest. Though her work was flawless, Athena punished her for her arrogance by transforming her into a spider, condemning her to weave forever. This is where the word arachnid comes from. In Native American folklore, the grandmother spider is a wise and powerful figure, believed to have woven the web of the universe. Some tribes tell stories of how she brought fire to humanity, teaching them survival and wisdom. For many cultures, spiders are not just small creatures. They are seen as symbolic weavers of fate, shaping the world with their intricate threads. Now, it's time to see how much you've learned from today's episode. We've got 3 fun trivia questions coming up. Ready? Let's start. Question number 1. Why was the scarab beetle important in ancient Egyptian mythology? The correct answer is B. It represented the cycle of life and rebirth. The ancient Egyptians believed in a concept called Ma'at, which represented balance, harmony, and the natural order of the universe. The sun rising and setting each day was one of the greatest examples of this cycle, and they saw the scarab beetle's behavior as a reflection of that process. Just as the beetle pushed its ball across the ground and buried it, only for life to emerge later, the sun also disappeared each night and returned in the morning. This is why scarabs were not just popular symbols, but were also placed on mummies and tombs to ensure the soul's safe rebirth into the afterlife. Question number 2. What did butterflies symbolize in Greek and Aztec mythology? The correct answer is C. The human soul. Both the Greeks and Aztecs saw butterflies as symbols of the soul's journey. In Greek mythology, the goddess Psyche, whose name means soul, was linked to butterflies, reflecting transformation and immortality. The Aztecs believed monarch butterflies were the spirits of ancestors and warriors, returning to visit their loved ones each year. Question number 3. In Japanese folklore, fireflies are believed to be The correct answer is A. The spirits of warriors. Fireflies have a special place in Japanese culture and poetry, often representing fleeting beauty and the delicate nature of life. But beyond their beauty, they are also believed to be the souls of samurai who died in battle, still flickering in the night. Many traditional Japanese poems, known as haiku, describe fireflies as gentle reminders of those who have passed, appearing in summer nights as if searching for their way home. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.